Hi everyone, Marco Arroyo here. I also make music under the name Goodbye Beautiful, and I'm happy to say that I also served as the co-producer, co-engineer, mixer, drummer, bassist, guitarist for the album Unlovable by Meg Baier, coming out July 14th, with the release show on July 20th. In this song, I'm going to do a quick rundown of the song, Organize My Closet, explain some of the creative decisions and some of the things that make the song really interesting and catchy. If you don't care about any of that, I totally get it. You could skip to the end of the video and you can hear the full album quality version of the song. I'll make sure Meg puts links to all the relative stuff related to the album, where to stream it, where to pre-order the vinyl, Kickstarter component. She'll have links to all that fun stuff. But with that, let's dive into the song. I'm going to start with how this came to me. Like most songs that Meg sent, it was a click track, which I need as a drummer to do all the fun stuff, and piano, pads, and vocals. Sometimes an acoustic guitar will come through, but I get just the basic stuff. And it would have been an amazing album just with that, but I got the joy of being able to add a little bit more. So for the vocals, my favorite part about the vocals is that I had to produce zero of it. Meg had an idea in her head, and she recorded it very, very well. So in the verse, there's a part panned left and a part panned right. So it's almost like a conversation is happening. And I'm hoping you listen to this song with headphones because it'll really make sense. So I'll go ahead and play this little part.
I have an obsession, the obsession is expensive. I have singular attention and my knowledge is extensive. I have 20...
So you can hear it pans between left and right, creating that effect of a conversation. The verse.
Talk about my friends are getting concerned. Scrolling, walking, talking, I'll discover something new. Lightning strikes at no take cover.
So it builds up a little bit there, and to do that, the drums are a little more steady, and I also added this Telecaster with a dotted eighth note guitar part, compliments of the Line 6 DL4. Super low in the mix, but really adds some oomph to it. When we get to the chorus, this is where the guitars are really going to come in.
Learning every single possible thing about it.
The chorus has to have more oomph. The chorus needs volume for it to really stand out. So to do this, I used my trusty Telecaster on the left side, clean, right side, a lot dirtier. And so that adds the oomph to it. But that's not all. Meg has an amazing piano part, and I thought it needed a little bit of a counter melody, so enter Jazz Master. Combine the guitars. So really cool on their own. When you put it all together,
learning every single possible thing about it, collecting information. Every fixation is my hobby. Skipping meals, just drinking coffee. Not try no speed or oxy. Then one day I just forget about it and organize my closet.
Add some nice warmth to that chorus. I'll come back to this, but you'll hear that build on the toms and snare. It goes on for one bar. We get back into the verse. Again, those back and forth vocals, fantastic. Let's come over to the bridge. This is one of my most favorite parts about recording this album, is that I had a lot of creative freedom. And more than having freedom, I got emails or text messages saying, hey, can you be a little more crazy? This was the very last song we did on the album, and I already had the ethos of do whatever I want. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. So I'm going to isolate the guitars. We're going to start with that first before listening to the whole thing. So there's this clean arpeggio on the left-hand side, E-bow on the right-hand side. Right there, I threw the E-bow down, picked up a pick, and I'm picking as fast as I can. There's at least 3 different delay pedals going on. There's going to be a DL4, my Memory Man, and it's over here, an Earthquaker Devices Silos, which is amazing. little tap tempo delay. Crank the reverb on my AC30. So it sounds funky and way too much on its own, but when you put it all together, let me back up a little bit. It's also a really cool bass part there. So go ahead and play it. Little walk down. Yeah. So we go into the very last chorus. I'll skip to the end of it. Hyperfixation is my hobby. Skipping meals, just drinking coffee. Natural high, no speed or oxy. And what about it? We added a half bar to that build there. So the first one would have stopped there. And organize my closet. It was a wonderful creative decision by Meg to draw it out and really add that extra punch before the end. And that is how we made the song Organize My Closet. We'll have the full album quality audio after this. Thanks for joining.
The obsession is expensive. I have singular attention and my knowledge is extensive. I have 20 missed appointments cause I'm finishing my research. It's all I ever talk about, my friends are getting concerned. Scrolling or walking or talking, I discover something new. Lightning strikes, I don't take cover, I go on a deep dive into learning every single possible thing about it. Collecting information. Hyperfixation is my hobby. Skipping meals, just drinking coffee. Natural high, no speed or oxy. Then one day I just forget about it and organize my closet. Invest 3 days to 6 months whenever dopamine gives up. Then a sudden shocking stop. It can be brutal coming off it. Screwing you to my to-do list. All my money, all my time is dedicated to this. It's so alive inside my mind. Scrolling or walking or talking, I discover something new. Lightning strikes, I don't take cover, I go on a deep dive into learning every single possible thing about it. Collecting information. Hyperfixation is my hobby. Skipping meals, just drinking coffee. Natural high, no speed or oxy. Then one day I just forget about it and organize my closet. Consumed and caught up, I'm thriving. Took on the categorizing of the stars and the stars and the stars of my music and art. A digital understanding of who people are. I could guess what you're reading, what podcast plays in your heart, what songs you are singing, what burn in your heart, what bells you are ringing, what pulls you apart. If you're my obsession, I should just stop. Learning every single possible thing about you. Connecting information. Hyperfixation is my hobby. Skipping meals, just drinking coffee. Natural high, no speed or oxy. Oh, learning every single possible thing about you. Connecting information. Hyperfixation is my hobby. Skipping meals, just drinking coffee. Natural high, no speed or oxy. Then one day I just forget about it. Organize my closet. It was the alchemy that caused it. I let it play and never paused it. It was your energy that bonded. You never answered or responded.